That's how we do it in the South.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to Rabbit's Used Cars. You know, please pardon the mess today. It's just kind of working at the new store kind of thing. But I wanted to share a story with you guys. And I've seen a lot of stuff. I've experienced a lot of things in my life, and a lot of good things and some bad things, and you know, and just interesting experiences in general. And I love that. But you got to think about my day to day and how it differs from normal people, you know, as my phone rings off the hook as I even try to shoot this video. I'm trying to think the best way to word this. Like, things don't excite me like they would some people. You know, I remember every car I bought, the very first person I would text was my dad and be like, man, look at this thing, man, I scooped this thing up today. And, you know, he'd always text me back, boy, you're gonna play hell selling that one. And of course, you know, it'd be sold. But, or, you know, being so excited, you'll be the first to throw it up on social media. Man, look what I got, you know, this and this. And, you know, after years and years and years and years and years of this, you know, buying cars is just kind of what I do. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Hell, I bought an OBS truck at my buddy's birthday party this past weekend. You know, it's just, I buy cars. And it's, you know, just like everybody's like, oh man, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, it's whatever, you know. But it's like, almost numb. You know, I mean, you don't get as excited. They become numbers. You know, this is something I can make good money off of. And obviously that's the business I'm in, so you got to have that mindset. But sometimes you get took back with things. And it happened this past weekend, and it was just fresh on my mind. I was actually talking to a really good friend about this, and I was telling her the story about this. And I thought, man, I want to share it with you guys. So to set the background, I'm in Florida. Travis Bell's 50th birthday party. You know, 16 of us in this gorgeous house, pool, hot tub, you know, pool table. I mean, just a badass place. I mean, it was just, and we're laughing and we're cutting up. We're having a great time. You know, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday, the big race, the great American race, the Daytona 500. All right, let me stop there to explain in depth how much I really care about the Daytona 500. Yeah. I'm there for Travis for his birthday. You know, the race is cool. It's great to say you went. I've been to Daytona Motor Speedway a billion times. I've never seen the Daytona 500 there, but you've been to one NASCAR race, you've pretty much been to all of them. You know, they all go around circles and hang lefts. Not to ruin it for anybody that hasn't been yet. The only difference is, and we joke about this, the only difference that I've ever noticed between tracks is you have small tracks and big tracks. So when you got big tracks like Daytona or Talladega, or even Charlotte Motor Speedway even, you know, when you got big tracks, it's like the cars are going by, boom, 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 and then you're talking just like me and you right now. And then, boom, 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 they go by again. That's the only difference, and I'll be honest with you, you're sitting there waiting for a wreck. Something exciting. Or at least that's how I am. And it's kind of funny, actually. I was sitting, so we were in the stands, great seats right there, turn 4. And we watched, you know, the Thunderbirds and you know, the Star Spangled Banner and, you know, everybody standing up and just America and all this good feeling stuff. And I love it, you know, and, you know, I love this country, you know. So we sat down and it was me and Matt, the camera guy, and Travis was right behind me. And, you know, and of course, Matt filling me in on all the NASCAR stuff. He worked for NASCAR for years and laughing and cutting up. And we're there and we're just kind of hanging out. And, you know, it's a race, I'll be honest with you. Especially Daytona in the first parts, because nobody wants to tear their car up yet. So they're just kind of single filing it, you know, whatever. Not a lot going on, you know. So I'm scanning, I'm people watching right there in the stands. And I look over to the left of me and down below us, kind of stuck out to me for some reason. It was a mom and her son just them two alone, which is kind of a little different. Usually you'll see a mom at the track, the dad's there, the kids are there, whatever. Or you see couples there, but a mom and a son. And this kid probably about 10, maybe 9 years old. And I don't know why I couldn't stop staring at them, but they were so into the race. And you got to think about the youth nowadays. They're not into stuff like that. They're just like my camera guy right now, playing on his phone. But
analytics.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. But that being said, I mean, this he didn't have his iPhone out. And he wasn't, whatever. He wasn't Snapchatting or texting or Twittering or Instagram, whatever the fuck. Whatever. He wasn't doing any of that. He didn't even have a phone out. He had his racing radio on that he rented, and he had his little remote where he could go to the different teams and listen to what the crews are saying to the drivers. I mean, like, he was into this. And, like, I loved it. I mean, just a look in his eyes, when the cars went by, and he's this and this. He's over here typing in different numbers, to hear different teams. And, I mean, just the whole race, he was so into it. And and the race was over with, and all of that. And I think it's crazy. The race was fun. I had a great time with one of my very best friends, Travis, and celebrating his 50th birthday. But everybody's like, man, what'd you think about the Daytona 500? And I'll be honest with you, I had more fun watching that kid have fun watching it, watching that light in his eyes. It took me right back to little Rob watching his dad at the drag strip, or going to the drag strip in general, or even in my early 20s, going to a drag race with my dad and sitting in the stands with him. Like, I enjoyed that stuff, and it took me back to that. And it's kind of a cool reminder, because it's so easy in this crazy game we call life, and I've heard this saying a million times, don't be so busy making a life that you forget to live it. But that's very, very true. And, so anybody asks me, what was my favorite part of the Daytona 500, is watching this mom and her son cheering their favorite driver on. Like, I loved that. I loved that excitement. I was feeding off of that. And I'll be honest with you, it kind of, I don't know, made me feel better. Like, I don't know. I left there like, man, that's kind of cool. Like, I miss those days. And, I think I want to enjoy life a little more. I think I need to pull back a little bit, enjoy some things. And speaking of enjoying things and, sitting back and enjoying life, I need to go back to work now. And you guys probably do too, because you're probably watching this on a Monday. Guys, we'll catch you next time at Rabbit's Used Cars.